welcome to another round of Sports Views. Tonight, I'm previewing Leg 1 of the 2021 Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League Quarterfinals. Toronto FC versus Cruz Azul in Tampa Bay, Raymond James Stadium, the home of the Super Bowl champions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the home of Tom Brady, the home of champions. So this is great already off the bat, you know. So there you go. The last results for both these teams were, of course, Toronto FC drew Vancouver Whitecaps on the weekend 2-2. Cruz Azul beat Atletico San Luis 3-2. But that kind of gives me a little bit more belief and hope in Toronto, because let's explain some about Cruz Azul before we get into my thoughts about Toronto. Cruz Azul is more of a team that hits on the counter. They will let you have possession. They will let you go forward. They don't push the pace like Leon did. This team is different, which gives me more hope, especially at home. In a 9 p.m. game in Tampa, the press could still work a lot better. This is perfect for Toronto, low-key. With almost everybody being back besides Pozuelo, and Larrea is suspended. He cannot play, had 2 yellow cards in the first 2 legs. 1 each, of course, cannot play. He is suspended, and Pozuelo's still hurt. He's a little bit behind Mavinga. But he will be back probably next week, I think. But this week, no. And, of course, Soteldo is not here yet. But if we could get a good result in the first leg, which I think we can, 2-1 win, 3-1 win, maybe 3-2, which I think it's possible, but we'll get into that. Cruz Azul is more of a team who wants to hit on the counter. They're not a team who wants to press the pace. They're more defensive. They're more Mourinho ball, in a way. They're not so scary offensively. They've got most of their wins very closely. Now you could say, but they beat Arcaí 8-0. We're better than a Haitian team, all right? And I think that's what's scaring people, is the fact that Arcaí is a Haitian team, but they got slapped around. I think that's what's scaring people. It really is. But if you really look at the performances of Cruz Azul, they're very close games. By the scoreline, by the possession, by the movement. So if you can lower mistakes and force them to make mistakes with the press as they're hitting on the counterattack and stay compact, you don't have much of a problem. They're not as scary as looks. They're not as scary as they look. All right? Yes, they could go forward. Yes, they are lethal, but they're not as scary as they look. Kind of like Leon. They're not as scary as they look. Toronto FC, what they do is perfect to beat Cruz Azul, especially with players finally coming back, everybody coming back, and everybody being ready for the second leg is a lot more amazing. But I'm telling you this team has the firepower, has the way to beat Cruz Azul, if you look at it. Yeah, they're top of Liga MX. They will finish first. Sure. But their games are close. They don't score many goals, but they don't allow many goals either. They're about even. Which, for me, if you can force them to make mistakes with better players, you can score on them. You could stop them from scoring and you could score on them, as long as you don't have bad giveaways like the last 2 games. Which I think, with it being at night, later at night, they could keep pressing. They will not get as tired, which is a good thing. They have the players coming back. They want to win this. Everything is coming up better for TFC than you think. It really is. It really is. And Cruz Azul is not a solid team. They have made mistakes. They have made mistakes. Yes, they have gotten better over the season, but they have made mistakes. Toronto FC, this is the perfect situation for them to capitalize on. That's all I'm saying here. Perfect situation. It's a lot better of a situation than you'd think. If you're really paying attention, you would know. But, of course, not many people really are. Which is why I'm here to say, you know, here's where we are. Here's where we're going. Here's what is everything. Here's what the situation looks like. With that said, the 11, I think, will be, most everybody will be back. The 11 tomorrow night will be Westberg in goal, Morrow at the left, Mavinga and Gonzalez at center back. I want it to be Luke Singh. Maybe Gonzalez and Luke could start and Gonzalez comes off for Mavinga around the 60th minute. That could also happen. I don't know if he'll start or be on the bench, but he will have an opportunity in that game, Chris Mavinga. He will have an opportunity. I would rather it be, honestly, I'd rather it be Omar and Singh start. Chris Mavinga comes off the bench around the 60th minute or in the second half. That's what I would say. Right back, Auro. Left back is Morrow because Lorea is suspended, as I said. The double pivot in central defensive midfield, central defensive midfield would be Michael Bradley and Marky Delgado. Then the attacking midfielders would be Jonathan Osorio. Let's see. Pozuelo's not playing, so I think Noble Okello will be in there because he can attack. I really think Noble Okello would be in there. He's been in there for a while. And then Jacob Schaffelberg. So Schaffelberg, Osorio, Okello, and then up top, Io Akinola. So 4-2-3-1 with Westberg in goal, of course. Because I think Okello could do anything. He was good attacking last couple of times out. He's kind of like Jude Bellingham. He could do anything. He could be defensive. He could go forward. He can hold the play. He could do anything. Box to box, really. So, I'll give it to Okello. Let's see. Who else could it be? If Osorio's on the wing and Schaffelberg's on the wing, you could go with Endo. You could put Endo there. He would definitely probably be a substitute, as well as Josie probably being a substitute. If Mavinga doesn't start, substitute. Whoever doesn't start at center back is going to be a substitute for sure. That's 3. 4, De Leon. And then 5, fifth sub, Prizo. Prizo, probably. Could try him, or Jaden Nelson. That's another one. But I'm thinking Okello could handle the offensive midfield, the attacking midfield portion for a week. We'll see what happens, at least for 60 minutes. I'll go with that for me. But yeah, Pozuelo not playing, Lorea not playing, Soteldo not playing. That's next week. So hopefully we can do good this week. Hopefully we get the result. I like what I'm seeing here. I think it's a good team. I think it's a strong team, stronger team. I like where this is going. So for me, my prediction for this game is 3-1 Toronto FC. We have had, let's get into this. They have had 4.1 expected goals per game. They've only scored 2 for 3 games, and the other was a 1, which was own goal. But their last 3 games was 2 goals. I think with CCL, that's about 5 expected goals. They need to finish their chances. And you're saying, why are you harping on expected goals? Well, think about it, though. If they could have 5 expected goals, and they've only scored 2, haven't scored any more. If they could be clinical, which I think they will be in this game, a lot more clinical, which they were against Leon, especially in the second leg, the home leg. They haven't been really as clinical against Vancouver or Montreal, but again, Champions League Toronto is different. I think they'll be more clinical. You could easily see 3 goals happening, maybe 4. Maybe 4, but I'm going to stick with 3-1. That's a pretty good prediction. I don't think we're getting a clean sheet, even with Westberg in goal. But we're going to do pretty good there. So, probably going to happen when Gonzalez is on because, reasons. So, with that said, there's my preview for Toronto FC versus Cruz Azul. That's what I think. Hopefully, it's a great game tomorrow. I think we're going to be just fine. I think everything's going to be great, and we will see. So, tomorrow, if you like this video, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Tomorrow, I have a live watch-along and RSR for Toronto versus Cruz Azul, like, obviously, as tradition is. Double one-stop shop. You know what it is. And I'll still watch Atlanta, Philadelphia. Maybe I'll get on Twitter Spaces a little bit for that. I don't know. We'll see. But there you go. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.